Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to inspiration, information, education, advice, guidance, and I want to touch on the subject of Bitachon, trust in God. Key element in trusting in God, Bitachon, is sincerity. One is blessed in accordance with his sincerity. Sincere Bitachon results in blessing. And one of the examples is in the Torah, and when it talks about the Sabbatical year, and it says, Torah questions, what will you say? If you will say, what will we eat in the seventh year? Remember, 7 years, 6 years, the seventh, the ground lies fallow. You're not supposed to gather, you're not supposed to harvest, you're not supposed to pick, you're just supposed to leave it. What do we eat in the seventh year? This is God speaking, I will ordain my blessing for you in the sixth year. In other words, there'll be like a double amount in the sixth year, which will hold you over for the seventh year. That's in Leviticus 25, verses 20 and 21. Now, Rav Yaakov Beifus told a story about the Alshich Hakadosh. And the Alshich Hakadosh was giving a lecture, giving a sermon, a drush, Dvar Torah, to students and to members of the congregation, that sincerity is key. And he repeated many times that one who sincerely trusts in the Creator will reap the greatest benefits. Sincerity, bitachon. He stressed this again and again. Well, among the assemblage was a very simple Jew. And he earned his living by hauling sand and clay and limestone for the construction trade. This was his job, loading up a wagon. He and his donkey would go. That's how he made a living. He heard the Alshich say that you're supposed to trust in God. He takes this very literally. He drops everything and decides to recite Psalms, Tehillim, all day, and to pray. Pray, Psalms, pray. Did nothing else, didn't earn a living. Eventually, his money runs out. He ends up selling his trusted donkey and the wagon to a neighbor down the road. He continues with his daily recitation of prayers and Tehillim. Psalms, prayers. That's all he did. Because he was firm in his belief that all would be well. He was in God's hands. His money basically is running out. He still prays, davens with great kavanah, great sincerity. He reads the Psalms with great sincerity. One day, his money has run out. His donkey, the donkey appears at the Jew's home, pulling a wagon laden with sand and clay, limestone. He looks in the wagon, he unloads it, and buried under all the clay and the sand and the stones was a sack of gold. He didn't know what was going on. He investigated the matter. He goes down the road. The Gentile to whom he sold the donkey and the wagon had dug a pit, found a sack of gold, loaded it onto the wagon along with the rest of his stuff, covered it up, went back into the pit, I suppose looking for more. The pit collapses, covering him and killing him. This neighbor had no family, no heirs. He was all alone. The treasure belonged then to the simple Jew, and became a very wealthy man, sack full of gold. He's telling this, the Alshich is telling it to his students, and his students became a little upset. And they said to him, why is this person so special? What's so unique about him? What's so good about his bitachon? His trust in God. Is it greater than ours? We're rabbinical students. What are you talking about? He says, we've never discovered such a treasure. We've never been rewarded like this. What's the difference between us and him? How come we're not how come he's rewarded, this simple Jew is rewarded, and we're not? We spend all day studying, learning. What's the matter? The Alshich responded that the simple Jew took everything that he said in the correct manner. He took it literally. His trust was complete. His trust was sincere. His faith, his Emunah, unequivocal. Hashem rewarded this Jew commensurate with his sincerity. He was simple and sincere. He had truth and simplicity, emes and pashtos. And because of this pure, simple sincerity, he was rewarded. And that explains the story. So, again, sincerity. When you approach the Creator with truth, capital T, truth, sincerity, emes, God will hear you. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.